Hello, that is Tony speaking, and welcome back to Warhammer 3 Total War. Once again, 2 videos in a row, 2 weeks later. Yeah, I have to do something about that. But anyway, today I bring you quite a treat, or at least a treat for me, because I quite enjoyed playing this battle. This is a 3v3 subcommander battle. In case you don't know what subcommander is, it's probably one of the most fun game modes you can play. Well, not game modes, but one of the most fun ways to play in battles in Total War. It basically means that each of the players controls one section of the army. So, for example, over here we have the high-ups bringing all of the range, the orcs bringing the infantry, and the empire bringing the cavalry. But yeah, it's quite fun because it works out like if it's one big army instead of three allied armies. So yeah, it's quite fun. And today it was a very close battle that we're going to see today, and it's going to be very entertaining to watch. Now, starting with the army compositions, we're going to go over this really quickly. Over here, we have the infantry on this side, mainly Tomb Guard with halberds, normal Tomb Guard. All of the army commanded by Cetra, the Imperishable. Sadly not going on his Chariot of the Gods or his War Sphinx, or not even his Skeleton Horse. He's going on foot, so he is going along with that infantry side of things. Not bringing any item and only one spell, and I don't think it's the best spell of all of them, to be honest. Going to the rest of the army, the Greenskins are commanding the cavalry force, mainly Orc Boar Boys, which I mean, not the best, but they can still hold out in a fight and do some damage. The Broken Tusk Mob, the Orc Boar Boy Vegans Regiment of Renown, these guys are loved. They can do quite a lot of damage to any large entities they find their way. They can pretty much destroy any cavalry or single entities that they fight. Some Forest Goblin Spire Raiders to supplement the forces. The army itself is commanded by Grom the Punch with some of his items over here. He's going to be very, very dangerous to fight against. Some chariots, the Luigi Boogie's Horse Spirits, that's Northling Pump Wagons, chariots Regiment around to support him. And some Goblin Wolf Riders all the way in the back to harass the enemy. Meanwhile, on the range component of the army, we have Malekith commanding the Dark Clubs in his big-ass dragon. He is bringing quite a few spells, but mainly Soul Eater and Power of Darkness, which is a pretty nice combination. Now, as in regards to his army, it's just a lot of dark shards with shields and some shades over here in their sneaky ways, going to be delivering quite a lot of pain with their armor-piercing missiles. Now, on this side, we have the infantry being commanded by the ogres, with a bunch of nobles at the front ready to die for their fat masters, and a lot of ogre balls, different kinds of ogre balls with iron fist, normal ogre balls, and ogre balls with dual weapons, here to deliver the pain and support their army. The army itself is commanded by the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw, with Troll Guts, Bone Crusher, and extra ingredients. There's also some Man-Eaters all the way over here who are going to crush any large units they find their way. The High Elves are commanding the range part of the army. It's a lot of Lothar Sigurd. These beautiful models with their amazing shields are going to bring the pain to the enemy. Not the best ranged units you can bring as the High Elves, but at least they can defend themselves in melee. Meanwhile, it's being commanded by Imrik in his blue big-ass dragon with quite a bunch of abilities to support him in melee. He has a Mage of Shadows with Peer Shades, that overpowered spell that is quite useful at that low cost of 13 Wits of Magic. Volkmark the Grim is commanding the cavalry in his Pope Mobile, bringing a lot of his abilities that are pretty nice to have. He is being accompanied by an Amethyst Wizard with Spirit Lich and Fate of Yuna. He's going to be very dangerous for any Lords or Cavalry, or dangerous in general. Some Pistoliers supporting his cavalry force with their range, and a lot of Right Guard, 2 units of Right Guard, Hinterless Right Guard, the Regiment Renown version, normal Right Guard, and some Demigryph Knights to help them out. I mean, these guys are quite dangerous. Now, why don't we start with the battle now that we have seen all of the armies. Firstly, we have these Wolf Riders, which I don't know what they're going to be doing. Maybe trying to target some of the range from the High Elves, but we'll have to see about that. The Shades are moving at the front. I don't know why. I mean, the Tomb Guard is not all that behind, and they still have Malekith to support him, but they should maybe they maybe should stay all the way further in the back. The armies themselves are starting to get close in position, and the Shades are going to start delivering some of their bolts into the Noblers for some reason. Not the best target, and these guys are basically just here to die and not get eaten by their Ogre Master. So yeah, no, definitely not the best of targets. These guys are going to absorb quite a bit of fire in the initial volleys, which is going to deplete some of the ammunition for these guys. Over here, Maliki deploying in the battlefield, but he is getting hit by Spirit Lich, which is going to be quite unfortunate for him because he's going to start taking damage very early on. But he is going to replenish that with some Soul Eater, dropping on top of the Lothran Seaguard and the Ogre Iron Fist, which is going to ravage this unit of Lothran Seaguard and also these guys. But with a Noxious Breath, yeah, these guys are going to be destroyed. Only half health remaining already, and this it has only just started. Also, Maliki coming in for a bit of a cheeky charge, it seems like. He's going to join in here and, oh, fly away. That's a weird way to animate that mode, but yeah, he just came in for a quick bite at some of these guys. Meanwhile, at the front, the infantry is starting to engage the Ogre Bulls, supported by their Noblers minions, coming in to try to stop the Doomguard from getting into the archers. And also trying, you know, these guys are probably not going to enjoy fighting Doomguard, mainly because they're skeletons and they cannot eat all those bones. In the rest of the battle, we see the Shades are quite grouped up. Maybe that's a bit dangerous. If the Shades drops over here, these guys are going to suffer a lot. But yeah, they have fired some of the shots in the Lothran Seaguard, and these units are basically dead already. They suffer they suffer a lot of damage already. Bogman Green coming in for a bit of support, it seems, and the rest of the Ogre Bulls coming in to continue to hammer down at the Doomguard, just stopping them in their tracks and buying time for the Lothran Seaguard and the cavalry to deal the real damage. These guys are pretty strong in melee, they can do quite a lot of damage, but they are large targets, which means they're going to be vulnerable to the Doomguard and the huge amount of Shades and Dark Shards that are coming this way. A dual spell coming this way, Foot of Gorg dropping on top of the Lothran Seaguard, and a beautiful bit of Shades ravaging this unit of Dark Shards, and I think some Shades as well? No, only Dark Shards, yeah, but these guys are just going to be completely annihilated by that bit of Shades. That over here, the Foot of Gorg also doing some good work, but not as effective as the bit of Shades, it seems, because this unit is just, yeah, it's done for. Some magical Fate missiles coming in from Volkmar, who is trying to help the Ogres maintain the line. Ooh, but the Kepler Guard is coming in from the side. These guys are quite strong with magical attacks and anti-infantry and that automatic regeneration. These guys are very dangerous to any infantry that they find their way. There's some banishment coming over here, and Volkmar is trying to deal some damage to the Kepler Guard, who are going to start engaging that Lothran Seaguard. These guys definitely don't want to die fighting that. Over here we see the Goblin Dwarf Riders finally coming out of the forest to try to engage some of the... oh, fighting some Noblers. Probably want to get into the Lothran Seaguard. Imrik over here still quite healthy and have not taken an ounce of damage, just flying around, not sure what he's doing. Meanwhile, Maliki coming over here and munching on some Ogres, taking a bit of friendly fire, it seems, because he's taking quite a bit of damage. But yeah, that was truly begun by this point. Malekith's in the ground, punching on some orcs. Orc boys trying to engage these Ogre Bulls, protecting the Shades, who are now going to turn on fire on these poor Ogres. Some more Ogre infantry moving this way in the right flank, and it's all kind of messy right now. If you look at it, the right flank is quite battered at the moment. Only 2 units of Ogre Bulls remaining and a very battered unit of Lothran Seaguard. I mean, Imrik is also in the fight, but if he gets in range of those Shades and Dark Shards, he's going to get very damaged very quickly. Over here, it seems like yeah, Saturn Imperishable receiving a bit of the taste of that bit of that Spirit Lich, and the middle is in quite a bit of trouble. There's not a lot of infantry supporting this Lothran Seaguard, although the left flank is looking quite well still. What is the Imperial Cavalry doing at this point? He's just running around trying to not engage the Doomguard, it seems. Saturday Imperishable taking quite a lot of damage already, down to 4,200, but he's going to start getting into the Doomguard, Lothran Seaguard, which is going to be quite nice for him. Meanwhile, the Kepler Guard still engaging, going to be hit by a bit of the cavalry and the Pope Mobile, but it's not going to be quite dangerous. Another Spirit Lich dropping on 2 more units of Lothran Seaguard, who are going to get hit from the front and the back by the Goblin Dwarf Riders and the Doomguard. A unit of Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist coming in to support and getting a heal of the Slaughtermaster, that Troll Gods, to try to keep them in the fight longer. Certainly going to be needed, as they're going to be fighting Doomguard and are going to get shot to pieces by these guys. Meanwhile, there's a unit of dual weapon guys getting into that archer. That's quite a tasty target, but they probably want to get into more of the backline, more into the backline. Another banishment, not banishment, Peter Change dropping on top of these shades. That's going to be very bad for these guys. It seems that Imrik wanted to go in a bit for a charge, but he has gone back. Oh, he went right into the backline. More fighting this way, the Broken Dust mob. We are going to do quick work of these ogre bolts with dual weapons. We're still going to be able to do quite a bit of damage, but not as much as they probably expected. The Greenskin cavalry, just in general, seems to finally be deploying in the front. I mean, Ron the Punch and his charts were fighting from the start, but now they're having support from the rest of the army. And a lot of fighting this side. This Lothran Seeker is just getting ravaged. I mean, they're getting some support from the ogre bolts, but yeah, you don't want these guys to be fighting that way. Although some man-eaters appear to be coming in support. Cetra coming in for a bit of a duel with the Solar Master. I don't know how good that is. I mean, Cetra has anti-large, but he's has taken quite a bit of damage already. Ooh, 200 from just one hit. The Solar Master is a champ. Some Tungar trying to do shanking some of the Pistoliers and getting counter-charged by the Popemobile and the Right Guard, but yeah, those Pistoliers want to get the hell out of there. It seems that the left flank has gone that way. Some fighting over here, some Ogre Bolts. It seems that the left flank has gone the way of the Imperial kind of Ogre Alliance, but the left flank and the right flank and the mill is getting quite ravaged by the a chill wind coming on top of the Lothran Seeker, just destroying their formation, allowing these Orc Boars to just punch through without any amount of resistance. Over here, Imrik seems to have tried to go in a charge, but the Orc Boar boys and the Broken Tusk mob and Malekith, it seems like, deployed quite a bit of damage on this poor guy who's already down, well, already down the third of his health. He's being supported by the Miners with great weapons who are going to swing around and destroy these units. Oh, and Malekith coming for another charge. Yeah, this guy is taking quite a bit of damage. He's trying to get buffs, but he probably wants to get out of that fight, which is definitely not going to be easy. I mean, the Miners are going to support him greatly because these guys can just destroy any cavalry unit that they encounter. But yeah, Imrik is just taking quite a lot of damage. He just needs to get the hell out of there. Definitely. Oh, another Peer of Shades dropping on the Tungar. That's a lot of magic that has been dropped all the way in this battle. It's been a lot of magic, honestly. For the Orcs, Speed of Shades, Banishment, so a lot of magic, you know. Some fire coming the way of the Miners who are still trying to hold back all of this cavalry and doing quite a good job about it. I mean, a Soul Eater is going to drop their health by a little bit, but it seems they get a bit of a buff from the heroes and just some sort of magic. But yeah, these guys are going to be able to hold this cavalry at bay pretty efficiently. I mean, they're going to take some damage, but they are doing a lot of damage. 1000 damage value already with half of their health remaining. And if the Slaughter Master sends some heals their way, they're going to stay in the fight way longer. It seems that Cetra is no longer wanted to take that duel down to 1500 health. Yeah, the Slaughter Master just dealt with him quite efficiently. I think he was doing some magic. Over here, Cetra was, but I'm not sure. Oh, Troll got on top of the Man-Eater, so yeah, that was quite a good choice. Over here, some returning units of Noblers and Pistoliers. It seems that Malekith is going to try to kill the Slaughter Master. Shade's coming, and Doctor Bolt's coming to try to kill him. The Tomb Guard and Malekith are going to be very dangerous for this guy's fight. He does not want to be in there. Meanwhile, Imrik down to 4000 health is probably thinking about supporting him, but yeah, that's definitely not a good idea. This guy, Malekith will make short work of him by this point, and especially with this amount of bolts being fired that are probably going to do a lot of friendly fire damage to Malekith, sadly. Yeah, just look at them, bro, just bouncing around. Another Soul Eater coming on the way of Cetra. Ooh, and beautiful great attack. Yeah, Cetra is down to 800 health and dropping. This guy is going. Definitely wants to get the hell out of there. 500 health, 584, and we're now with Imrik coming on top of him. He is not going to survive much longer. Oh god. He appears to be going to die any moment now. Oh yeah, he's dead. And so falls Cetra the Imperishable to a great attack, and now some Augurs and a Spirit Lich. Yeah, that guy took quite a hit in there. The Miners appear to have been victorious in their fight against the cavalry. Just look at the amount of cavalry that they destroyed. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, they just ravaged the Greenskin forces on this side. They just ravaged them. 145 kills and 1500 damage value. That's quite something. Malekith coming over here to avenge his fallen comrade, dropping a bread attack on top of Imrik, who took that as a champ, but he is very very unhealthy right now. The manager is coming in to try to bring the pain to the Dark Shards. Quite a good choice, getting rid of the Dark Shards, trying to, you know, that's a very big... they're taking quite a bit of damage, actually, but yeah, they're quite a bit... They're probably the most dangerous part of this army. It seems that the Slaughter Master didn't like fighting and is now returning. Didn't he don't like fighting Malekith. More Ogre Balls with Iron Fist and a few Shades just ravaging this line of Shades and Dark Shards. They're just taking the pain and are trying to run away now, but these guys don't want them to run away. Although maybe running into the Fear Shades is not the best of ideas. But yeah, these Miners and these Ogre Balls are now in their last legs, but are still going to report some of their mighty strength against these guys. Some Ogre boys trying to keep them in place, but they didn't learn their lessons, didn't they? They didn't learn their lesson from all of this butchering and are now going to start getting hammered down. Over here, the Slaughter Master has returned. It doesn't appear that there's a lot left from the Allied forces. The Imperial Cavalry is still quite healthy over here. The Rights Guard, the Pope Mobile, and the Amethyst Whistle. Where's the rest of the cavalry? I don't see the rest of the cavalry actually. Are they dead? I don't know where they are. But yeah, the Greenskin, Dark Elf, and Tomb King's alliance right now holds the advantage over here. Oh yeah, that's the Imperial Cavalry. The Imperial Cavalry is still quite healthy. They still have quite a lot of strength in the Demigryph Knights, the Rights Guard, and the normal Rights Guard. But Imrik is quite low. The Slaughter Master is to half health. The Bloodpack Secret is basically dead. And there's not a lot of remaining Ogre infantry to support these guys. So yeah, this might be the end of the battle for these guys. Especially considering how healthy Drum the Punch and Malekith still are. Although they did take such a last take now, so maybe that's a bit of an issue for these guys. Over here, the Tomb are trying to bring down Volkmar, trying to, you know, cut the head of the Pope, trying to avenge their fallen king. The Kepler Guard still quite healthy, for 5,000 health, already hitting their healing cap, but they can still they still have ways to go. The Greenskin Cavalry is coming in to engage the Rights Guard. They're going to, oh yeah, they plan to encircle them, but the Rights Guard and the Demigryph Knights are not having none of it. They're going to retreat and get the hell away from there. Another Spirit Lich coming on top of the Orc Boar Boys. Not sure why they chose that target, but whatever. The speed unit pistol is just getting run down. Malekith down to 700, not down to, but still having 7,000 health is quite nice. He can still do quite a lot into this fight. The Rights Guard, the Imperial Cavalry just ravaging these Orc Boar Boys, and oh, but it seems like they're going to be dropping a spell on top of them. They want to get the hell away from there. It's going to be a Foot of War. Not doing quite a lot, but I mean, doing us a bit of damage, but not as much as they probably needed. Imrik over here has been healed, 5,000 health. From 2,000 to 5,000, oh my lord, that was the Troll Gods from the Slaughter Master. That's the only healing that they have in here, and that healed in incredible amounts of health, 3,000 health. That's, yeah, I mean, I didn't notice that during the battle, but Troll Gods is quite amazing. The Slaughter Master trying to take down this Tomb Guard with the help of his Ogre Balls. Now that he has healed Imrik, Imrik has a fighting chance against Malekith. Maybe not, he's not going to win, but he has a fighting chance. The remaining units of Tomb Guard deploying over here, trying to take out what remains of the Doctor and Seaguard, and over here a big ass smash bit of cavalry units going in for the final bits of the battle, but they nope, it feels that the Imperial Cavalry doesn't want to actually fight in there. They're just going to retreat. Meanwhile, that Kepler Guard and the remaining Tomb Guard are now starting to feel the pain of losing their master and are starting to lose their morale. They're going to disintegrate any moment now. But the Kepler Guard is still quite healthy and has a lot of morale, so they are still going to be able to do a lot. The Rights Guard coming in for a counter charge against the Tomb Guard, just ravaging those skeletons, and Malekith is just going to maybe drop in there. No, he's just going to go fly around. Meanwhile, over here, Imrik fighting his units of Tomb Guard. The Pump Wagons coming in to support the Lotto and Seaguard. And not to support the Lotto and Seaguard, going to support the Kepler Guard, who is just ravaging these guys, but they're going to start getting some damage. Oh, but they're going to run away at the last moment. It's going to be a Fear Shades who, oh, sadly is going to cut these guys right in here. Yeah, this Kepler Guard is going to take a lot of damage from that, which is quite unfortunate for the Tomb Kings, because these guys could still had a lot of damage potential in them. Over here, it seems that Volkmar the Green has coming now finally for the last battle of his cavalry, coming in against the Greenskins, trying to finally bring down these units. Malekith is down to 6,300 health. The man-eaters also over here trying to help. And meanwhile, Imrik is just destroying what remains of the chariots, and the Cavalry Guard is getting shot. Oh, he's getting shot at point-blank range and are going out to fight. I don't think they're going to stay in the fight for a lot longer. Ooh, what's this? Are we seeing another? Oh, another Spirit Lich coming on top of Cetra, who is getting. I mean, it's not Cetra, Malekith, who is getting buffed by the Great On. The Great On is here, but he wants to get reclaim the health that he lost by getting the Soul Eater on top of all this. He's going to deal amazing amount of damage onto Malekith once again. And that might be able to carry the battle once again. I mean, maybe not. The Orc Shaman is down. Not the Orc Shaman. Grom the Punch is now quite unhealthy. There's not a lot of his army remaining. Malekith can still do waste, I mean, a lot of damage, but... Oh, Troll God's being deployed onto Imrik again. Yeah, no, it's over. It's over. Malekith cannot fight all of this on his own. The Slarm is also coming in for a charge. There's also the Miners over here, and all of this Imperial Cavalry is just doing a lot of damage. Oh, and a Red Spell coming on top of his ass. A lot of Imperial Cavalry died, but they was worth it. These guys are just now getting destroyed. There's not a lot remaining for these forces, and with Imrik coming in, yeah, Malekith's just going to try to take the pain. Although he's still trying to escape. Popping on Lord Dragon's being popped on top of him, but yeah, it's over. As the remaining Green Skin forces run away, Malekith had decided that this is not worth it, and he's going to finally retreat with whatever remains of his forces, which were quite destroyed. I mean, all of the army, well, the Green Skins got destroyed, the Tomb-Kings lost all of the army, and all of this amount of Shades and Dark Shards also got destroyed. The Ogre Mercenaries as well got plenty damage. But the High Elves and the Imperial Army still have a sizable portion of their army remaining. Now let's go over to see the final stats. Yeah, Pyrrhic victory indeed. That was quite a battle, quite a close battle, quite a fun battle if I say so myself. Over here we can see the player names. I don't know if this has been always here and I didn't notice, but yeah. Now we can see the player names. We have Dark YI Author playing as the Empire, Master of Loic playing as the Hells, me playing as the Ogre Kingdoms, Jesus is Lord playing as the Tomb Kings, System playing as the Dark Lords, and Captain Ron playing as the Green Skins. Looking at the stats, Volkmar doing a sizable amount of damage, 1,300, he was still quite healthy. Amethyst Wizard doing quite a lot with only Spirit Liches, almost 2,000 damage. Meanwhile, over to the Cavalry, 2,400 for the Demigryph Knights, that's quite something. 1,200 for this Rights Guard, and only 600 for the Regiment of Renown unit. That's quite sad. A good amount of damage for the Pistoliers, but probably needed more. Meanwhile, Imrik over here, 1,200. Yeah, he just got pushed around the whole battle. He didn't manage to do a lot. Malekith coming on top of him, Dark Shard and Shadefire coming on top of him. The Tomb Guard with the halberds coming on. Yeah, he just got an eye. I mean, he still stayed in the fight thanks to the healing, but yeah, he just got punched in the eye, punched in the face just time and time again. Over here, the Mage of Shadows doing 2,200 damage. Yeah, that's why you never underestimate Video Shades. But not a lot of damage on a lot of the Singers, sadly. This one doing almost at 900, so that's quite something. Meanwhile, the Ogre Kingdom's doing 1,100 for the Slaughter Master, not a lot, but 1,800 for the Miners, that's quite something. Meanwhile, the rest of the army doing kind of good, kind of bad. I mean, they didn't have a lot of. Their job was mainly to just keep the Tomb Guard and the cavalry away, and now they also absorb a lot of fire from the Dark Swords and the Shades. Meanwhile, the Tomb Kings, ooh yeah, Cedric just got punched into hell. 1,200 for the Cavalry Guard, and the rest of the army doing kind of well. I mean, yeah, I guess kind of well. They were fighting Ogre Bulls at. But they did their job. Over here, 3,000 damage on top of Malekith, yeah. On top of Malekith, yeah, that's quite a lot. He just dropped those Soul Stealers and those Bread Spells on top of everyone. And on top of his dragon, yeah, he was able to do quite a lot of damage. The Shades not doing that much, same with the Dark Shard. Well, one of them did 1,100. But yeah, they probably felt a lot of pain coming their way from the Peter Shades and that charge by the remaining Ogre infantry that we saw in there. Grom the Punch doing 1,000, not that much honestly, and only 500 for the Punch Chariots. 780 for the Drunken Tusk Mob, which got ravaged by the Miners. The Miners just did away with this cavalry force. Honestly, 1,000 for the orc shaman and not a lot for the remaining cavalry units. Yeah, these guys just got destroyed. Well, this unit did almost 900 as well. But yeah, that was it. That was quite fun to see. I honestly enjoyed playing that battle, and I hope to get more subcommander battles in the future. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I do, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.